Yo, I'm K Rool34 and I'm still the most erotic K Rool Main on the internet. Not with the greatest camera angle today, sadly, because if you can see it, I've got a new chair with the big problem that it cannot go as low as the one I had before, which means the camera angle obviously is kind of from more down below than before. I may figure something out to change that for future stuff, but first off, I hope you can still hear me well enough if that thing... Well, that's the next problem. I can't set my microphone on the height I would need. But yeah. A kind of video that we did not have for a long time on my channel. How to K.Rule34. I was about to say K-Rool's learning session because I just made the thumbnail for that, but no. How to K.Rule34. A kind of video that hasn't been made for quite some time. Many new viewers may not even know it even exists. This is like the 8th or 9th episode, I believe, of a series where I just look at my replays. Mostly tournament, but last time and this time not tournament. And we go over my playstyle. What am I thinking during play? I'm just kind of talking about, well, like the title of the video and the format says, how I play. Today, I've got 5 quick and fast replays. 2 against a Cloud that I played in his own arena. 3 against a Zero Suit I played in her own arena. You can already see the difference. CSS had tournament legal stages. Cloud only FD and Battlefield. So let's start with Cloud immediately rushing in. This wasn't our first game, so I could expect it. And well, get an early kill. Not kill, but yeah. Here we already get to my first mistake. I just misdrifted on Wi-Fi. I did not want to go off stage. I wanted to go for the 2 frame. And yeah, instead I am in disadvantage now. Getting that crown, but not landing on stage. I could have gotten hit by a down air there. Yeah. Here I just wanted to figure out, is he mashing, is he not? Well, doesn't seem like he is. Missing the tech there and bad DI, leading to my first kill. Also, his ledge trapping wasn't the best. I could definitely get around him pretty well most of the time. This is a small spot I just want to talk about. Here we had the crown, I get the jab. Okay, and 1 second. The music felt a little loud there. So I hit with crown here. And you see what I am doing here, because my opponent gets hit by crown 1 in a spot where it will not combo into crown 2. Yeah, ignore the fat... Oh. It goes away. Well, yeah, that's the one problem with how I'm recording this. You are gonna see this timer and all that stuff. So I hit Cloud with crown, which means he gets knocked away a little, obviously. It's like around here. He's not at a high percent. Crown is like going some way like this. And, well, not up, but you know what I mean. And I see he has not that many options after getting hit by the crown. A very bad thing I did quite often is, after crown 1, which can work, I always ran in with a grab and often got punished by people who recognized that. Because my thought was, well, he will get hit, land on the ground, be scared of the returning crown, which leads to him shielding in a spot like that. giving me a free grab, maybe even the reverse crown hitting him there. But I did change that habit because I felt that even more people tend to be scared of the reverse crown, which makes sense. If it hits you, I get a free aerial and combo. But people tend to just jump away. And that's a beautiful arrow. So I kind of tend to, at this point, play more what people on K Rool also say is optimal. I play my projectiles a lot to just cover space. And here I scare him to get out of that space, and even though I sadly do miss, you see I go for the jump read. Which definitely could have gotten me something and did get me stuff before. So yeah, here he just was too greedy. This is something I also learned to really love. Hanging on ledge and just doing those aerials with a ledge jump if my opponent is off stage, either a down or a back air, to just like cover stuff like this. Honestly, I don't know why I didn't get hit, but like I just expected him with the angle he was at. Let's go back a little. The angle he was at, he didn't have a jump. He did not have a choice but to not go to ledge, which meant I could get a back air like that, where I also landed on stage safely, which is a very small but also very, very clean thing to do. Here he just got hit a bit, and I'm trying to make... That's a problem I also had in the old versions of this format. I'm always trying to make the bottom thing go away, but every time it just respawns immediately. Alright. Yeah, so I hope that's not too bad for you. I could definitely come from ledge swinging a lot and it would work. That back air I did not DI well, but honestly, here I just wanted to try and read a jump, which didn't come. And that was freaking rude, I know! Because, like, I missed my back air, red and neutral get up with Nair, which is a good option there, and just ran off. Wasn't quite sure, should I go for a down air? Would probably be too committal. You know what? Let me try for a footstool, because I actually go for footstools and they are freaking good. I swear to God, they are so underused. And I got him and killed him. So, already a few smaller things that I could talk about. The coverage after the crown. That back air, that I still think is very, very clean with how you can land there. It just looks very smooth in my opinion. To throw that out, get the spike and just calmly land on stage. And then the footstool in the end. The very same cloud gave me another game. You can also be sure I saved most of these games because I was thinking about saving stuff that happened as a clip. Some of these games include stuff I saved as a clip, and others just clean plays. I didn't save anything from that game right there, but there was just clean stuff that I was thinking about maybe, but I also could use it like I'm doing here. So let's start off immediately with Cloud going aggressive and me getting the suck. Sadly not getting more out of this. I really want to get a nice setup with the down air, with like the upshot at 0 at the triplet, putting into a tech chase situation. What I actually should try on Yoshi specifically. I think I could get that jab again on the top platform, then drop them to the platform below. Jab block again and drop them from that platform as well. And maybe, I know that there's characters who can get true spikes out of dropping someone off. Most characters, pretty much no character, would die to a K Rool down air there. But maybe I would be able to get a back air. Okay, but I'm getting too much into building up combo concepts. Instead of running in stupidly like I did there. Getting the read on his rollback, but sadly the down tilt didn't spike. I went for the 2-frame, which is usually the best option with K Rool. Even though against Cloud, I think... Well, that was just stupid. I think I should go more for Nair off stage because, well, Cloud's recovery isn't that good. Sadly, not catching him here. That could have been good. I mean, it still was nice damage to begin with, and he missed the tech. A very fast stock. Let's go over that one again. Let's go over this stock again. A little slower. So he spawns in, back airs my shield and up tilts greedily. So I get a forward air which leads into forward throw. I try to read a neutral get up or neutral tech. Mistime it though, so he doesn't get hit by the crown. But he gets hit by the jab, which also combos into reverse crown nair. Trying to read the roll in faster, but he didn't do it. Also, I misspaced. Then he rolled in, but I was way too slow. His punish was bad though. And then catching him running away with a down air. And well, with him acting wrong, once again I was rather trying to get a neutral tech because he did those a lot, as you may realize already. And yeah. Then he kind of... 1 second. Alright, I will have to do a cut again probably, but before that we can go a little further. And yeah, the Cloud in this spot just kind of, he got naired, he got faired, and just didn't do anything but drift in, pretty much accepting his fate, getting dunked, losing the game at this very point. Yeah, the last stock was a quick one. He made a mistake and then was lazy. I think he could have double jumped, which, yeah, he could have double jumped. Like, in this spot, just double jump up B, but he pretty much probably accepted his loss. So that was it for this Cloud. Now we are going to a little more of a difficult matchup. And I would also argue that the ZSS was a bit of a better player. But for some reason, I have such a good win record on ZSS. Like, ZSS is one of King K. Rool's worst matchups. And I don't know if I ever lost to a ZSS in a competitive setting, even though most ZSS players competitively are tryhards. I don't think I ever lost to one in a crew battle. Like, honestly, I do not remember me consistently losing with K. Rool to a ZSS. Like, maybe 1 or 2 games in a session of like 20, but yeah. To be fair, most ZSS players, like, there are some tryhards. Oh yeah, also I forgot to have the music back on. Way better. And yeah, we are starting off ZSS. This wasn't our first game by far, and I really can't get that shit away. Yeah, too greedy by me. The down smash could hit ledge if he stays there too long. Didn't though. My landings with neutral air a lot, yeah. Obviously K. Rool does that, but I did it too predictably here. And the ZSS is just punishing a lot of my bad options. Mistimed the down smash, but I didn't get anything off of it. Quite a random up B, but it worked out for him, so can we blame him? So here, that was something that happened. Here, he get up attacked, I jumped back early enough. Still getting comboed a little though, but this is, I believe, the point. Yep. this is the point. He has been at a lead for pretty much the whole game. And here, he just loses everything. He loses all his momentum. A 50% combo catching him with the back air. 0 to death from the ledge. He got hit by a stray hit as I got up from ledge because he put me in a bad spot. But I got the crown. Crown 2. Nair. Forward tilt. Back air. That's the stock. Gone. Bye. Next one. Which is really... Yeah, here we both played like bullshit. This F smash, I don't have to tell you, wasn't good. Tried to read a flip kick, he didn't do one though. He did there a good recovery by him. I could have punished it, but didn't expect it enough, so yeah. But as you can see, that's it. After he got hit by that crown from ledge, like all his momentum just vanished. And he got bullied for the rest of the game. This is what can sometimes happen. Like, here the game is going on for only... Like, the game is halfway done at this point. He's at a lead. We are gonna look at this ending again. And from this point on, he deals like 24 damage. He gets 0 to death here. I thought I would be off stage, which is why I up-aired. Yeah, he obviously was a little shook. Here we both were just stupid. And from this point on, this was another 0 to death. I didn't even realize, but I did not take any more damage. The crown once again working. The up tilt hitting. Spot dodge. I mean, this definitely was way less of a hype 0 to death than the one before, which I also would argue wasn't the most hype. But yeah. That was a game against the CSS, and you can really see. This player struggled a lot, probably with his mentality, as it felt like this one mistake, that I could get that one combo really broke him. Same CSS. Just gotta see, is it the game I'm thinking about, or is that the next one? Because this is quite short, as you can see. I'm so sad that this didn't sweet spot. That would have been the stock. He went aggressive there. His ledge trapping. Yeah, he did not get a spike here, but we both are at quite high percent already, but I love doing that. It's way more consistent than you may think. So many characters with somewhat strong back airs. Not even that, like, I did that to Mario multiple times in a row before. So many characters with somewhat strong back airs. Love running off stage, trying to stage spike K Rool. And you can neutral tag and footstool them for it and take a stock against like anyone. If you have seen an older episode of this, I believe, yeah, it was in an older episode where I actually did this to someone who was at 20 in tournament, so... Yeah, getting hit down. You see, I use my crown from ledge a lot against this guy because, well, he lets me do it. Simple as that. That was very bad by me, that up air. I should have gone for a ledge trap, throwing a reverse crown. Oh, yeah. In this spot. Alright, a little longer of a cut this time, cause stuff is happening here, but... Yeah, so, where were we? Exactly, so... In this spot here, I go very low, air dodge there, because I'm like, okay, I want to get below the ledge. He maybe could have punished me with a back air, but it would have been difficult for him to come back. Like, his down air is his only option to really reliably kill me here. Which I was just like, well, he wouldn't go for that. He has no reason to. But he did. Which I'll gladly take. I'm at 104% free stocks left. He's at 42 stocks left. That's a win for me, so this is why I go to that spot where pretty much only that can kill me, because even if it does, I gain more of it than he does. So yeah. After that, some very quick, not too useful, but just some... You see my small movement there. I just like to flex a little sometimes. Throwing out a lot of stuff. The crown hitting. Sadly getting nothing off the nair. Of this one though, he definitely could have... Oh yeah, that one. He definitely could have gotten out of forward throw dash attack here. He I away anyways, like... And here he just lazy drifted and got gangplank ganked for it. Closing out this game as well. And getting me somewhat of a clip. Honestly, I don't like clipping gangplank gank too much anymore, because like at least the combo around has to be good. I just get too much of this. I know, first world problems. People always tell me, bro, like I've heard that multiple times, like, bro, how do you ever get that? I've tried so much, I never got this combo, and I'm sitting here like, yeah, I get it too often. It's not hype anymore. Like, yeah. Really, just, people actually do ask me how I get this combo, and I never know what to actually say. I just look at my opponent, and if I expect them to lazy drift, I go for it. Or if they have a recovery with no hitbox that they have, or not necessarily no hitbox, just a recovery that's quite slow and they have to come from very, like, down below. They don't want to recover high. Which is why this is like an actual good option in the Ditto, because K Rool does that. But that's also a problem. One player, for example, I play Dittos quite often with, he also asked me how I do get this, and I kind of explained to him how and in what matchups it works. And every time he plays me now, because I said it works probably best in the Ditto, he goes for that so often. Even though I tell him, I know you're going for that. You are dying every second time you try because of your spacing and fast falling, and yeah, he never got me with that yet because it's just too obvious. So that's the major part. Don't make it too obvious. So let's move on to the last game, which is a special case. I do remember that, because we can kind of skip over most of the beginning, honestly. As he misinput and SD, then I just give him a homie stock. Which means we played 2 stock pretty much. So I gave him a homie stock. What could follow after that? Could I get like really destroyed and think, why did I give him the homie stock? Or I just continue to completely kick his ass, leave him no chance at the game, and not feel any remorse because I homie stocked him. You probably can imagine what it is. Reading his roll in with a neutral B, that combos into the suck. Reading his flip kick there. Just a quick up tilt, because up tilt is hella good. He liked his aerials from ledge 2, sadly not getting anything there, but well, stock already gone. What option is it from the 2 I said earlier? He got the grab there. I shouldn't neutral tag on platforms that often. Well, getting a combo here. I read that neutral tag if I would have gotten the down tilt. But we still get the jab here. And the flip kick read with such a nice down air. Which finishes it. Very quick game. Very, very dominant. And I'm still sad I did not get this down tilt here. Because, like, I deserve that. And I could have fit one more game into this video. I had one more against a completely different guy, but decided not to because I already had 5 games. So yeah, I'm thinking, is there any situation I want to look at a little closer? So, let's look at some of the stuff he did at the first stock before SDing. Immediate offense, rolling in. He rolled in that one time. He even got to roll on the first stock. And, well, this is how I could expect the next roll in. The jump catch there. Not getting a 2-frame. Yeah, there's not too much to specifically talk about. Just getting a down air here because he threw out a committal forward air. And also, he could have probably lifted. Could he? I don't know if he could have acted. I don't know if that was 100% true. And yeah, here, as I said, I neutral tag too often. And he got hit by Crown 1-2 very often. And if I see that, Crown 1-2, in a spot like this, I go for the full hop. Because, like, I could go for a short hop neutral air too. That would maybe put him in a tech chase situation on the platform, which I could get stuff off too. Or I go for the weak nair, which will very, very likely lead into a grab. And if I would have gotten to read the stock, which I sadly didn't, but well, you know, I do get the stock right afterwards. So, that's it for this episode of How to K.Rule34. Maybe you did learn 1 or 2 things, even if I didn't go into too much detail on most stuff. Because there wasn't anything too intricate, I would believe. One thing I maybe want to look at again, exactly here, this small movement I already pointed out. Like, it's kind of to confuse the opponent a little. You see, I like platform wave landing. Then I go down immediately, jump back with the retreating forward air, go back, cover a little space. The forward air to beat out the projectile. This is just a sequence of... Maybe it looks like mashing a little, but those moves do have purpose. Okay, maybe not that very beginning, except for bait him a little. But yeah. It's really just to wall him out a little. So that's finally it for today. Finally. So, yeah. Hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like and or subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. See you in another video. Bye. What was that? Like, I usually do a gesture like this, but this time it was just like... Why am I the way that I am?